All right, hello, trade pros. Welcome to the morning market update for this beautiful Tuesday, March the 10th of 2026. All day long. Feel free to enjoy the day. Let's get into the morning market update. I'm gonna just stop the screen share and then turn on the camera and look at you in the face. Kind of funny. Okay, so yeah, let's see how the camera looks. I am standing once again, ladies and gentlemen. Could you imagine that? George standing. Oh, that's pretty good. You could probably see like I'm tall. What can I tell you? I'm a tall guy. All right, so let's get into it. First and foremost, the question today is the is the war in Iran over? And the answer is no, it is not. It is in fact escalating this morning. We got a lot of things to talk about. So first and foremost, equities in the markets around key equity markets rather around the world globally are up this morning and yesterday. Sharp rally in yesterday's markets. We'll go into that in the story section in one moment. All right, Europe is ripping. Stocks is up 2.7%. DAX is up 2.4. FTSE up 1.7%. Most indices clawing back out of correction territory in Europe, which is greater than 10% off of all-time highs. All right. Um, the risk on drivers comments from Donald Trump yesterday suggesting that the U.S.-Iran war is ending soon, and some of those comments were repeated this morning. All right. And then some of them were really quickly refuted right after by the Secretary of War. So here's a question. Is it over? Is it not? Oil is down 7.7%. It's range bound. Brent as crude is also, which is out in UK, is also down 7.7%. All right. Full reversal of Monday's spike of war fears, which was the gap down in equities, spike up in energy markets. All right. OPEC is doing output cuts in the oil. Spot gold is up 0.8%. Copper is up 1.5% as well in the market. Bitcoin up 3.9, which is back above 70K. Bitcoin ripping. All right. We're going to start to see the Lambos, slippers, and 19-year-old bros in Miami out on the streets again really soon at this pace. Really soon. I'm telling you it's going to happen. All right. Ethereum up 3.8%. Reclaim the 2K handle. All right, and we got risk on tone and war premium in the market. So let's kind of unpack this a little bit because a few things were said and done this morning. Up here, you'll see this is my news portal and terminal, and it kind of just has flowing news. Shout outs to News Squawk. They're the company that provide that service. They're fantastic for traders. It's so hard in today's day and age to get news catered towards traders, right? Everything is designed to get a reaction out of you. You know what I mean? Like, look at content everywhere. Like, I push my girlfriend into the pool. Will she get mad at me? Like, stop triggering people. Content for traders should not evoke emotion. Content on YouTube and entertainment platforms, that's how they get you these days. That's what we're selling is emotions because we don't get them because we don't interact with each other anymore. So when you're locked into a bedroom, you need some emotion. You're going to go on a digital platform to get it. Okay, so this news service is great, and I'm not promoting them. We do have a relationship with them, but I'm not paid to promote them. This isn't a paid promotion for News Squawk. They're great because it's a trader talking to a trader, and the way they deliver the news is no political bias. And if you have a political bias, you might as well not trade, right? Because it's not gonna help you whatsoever, right? It's gonna actually hurt you. So on the News Squawk, they gave some pretty important updates this morning that I thought were very interesting. And these are the two, and markets kind of jittered. They went down a little, they went up a little. They don't know what to make of it. All right, Donald Trump said it is possible he could talk to Iran via Fox News, but then in the same sentence, he said he sort of doesn't need to speak to them anymore. So it's like, it's possible I might speak to them. Oh, yeah, we bombed them. What do I got to say? Right? So that was kind of de-escalatory, including yesterday's comments. And then today we get U.S. Secretary. There was a lot of updates, by the way, this morning. There was a lot of meetings and discussion on this situation. It's kind of hard to cover this without a political angle, so I just go for just the facts straight up and I leave it there on the table, right? Because I'm not interested in politics whatsoever. I never want to be a politician. I want to be a trader. I'd like to make money off the events. I don't like to pretend to have an opinion and sway the people in either direction, right? It is your mind, it is your decisions, and politics is influence in the wrong way. All right, so U.S. Secretary of War Hegseth says that Iran does anything to stop flow of oil within the Strait of Hormuz. They will be hit harder than ever, and Trump takes condition of Strait of Hormuz very seriously. So that is not an anti or de-escalatory phrase. That is in fact the opposite, escalatory, and that puts a little bit of fear in the market. Yesterday, you know what? I'm not going to tell you about yesterday yet. I'm going to turn around on the chart. The story is best told with the chart in front of us because we are traders. It's a pretty fascinating story. If you missed it yesterday, let's turn around and talk about it real quick. YouTube, what's up by the May? What? Can't even talk today. What's up, Prashant? What's up, Marco? And YouTube, yesterday I gave up vaping once and for all, and energy levels are all over the place. It's so crazy. You don't realize how much that like crap affects you until you stop doing it. You're like, wow, but I feel better already. So just gotta put up with me for a little bit. Little moodiness, little grumpiness. They ain't hurt nobody. Don't you look at me that way. All right, so let me go here. Let me record because we are gonna do the trading plan stuff now. So I'm gonna record at their room. Wow, I'm getting the hang of this whole thing, right? All right, trade pros, here's the deal. So I am going to open up the trading plan for today, and I will tell you some stories to put you to sleep tonight. Bedtime stories. All right, here's the story. We have to start the story with the open. Okay, so yesterday we opened up at 66 83 quarter. This was the open. I'm gonna clean up this chart. I know, I know how it looks. Trust me. We started at 66.83 quarter because I want to tell you the story and then I'll clean up the levels. So 66.83 quarter was the open, right? So we open up and we kind of get a little bit of upside momentum, quite a few buy imbalances, but then the sellers bury this price action. All right, and um, after a small rally, we rallied down to the GEX level, the gamma exposure level, which held out as support. All right, on the way up, the 66, which is now deleted. Well, actually, it's not deleted. You can't see it because it's not zoomed in. This 66 level was a really big resistance for us, and we were selling off of it. We had a few attempts. This was the trade of the day in the room, and honestly, the only trade that I think I took in the day. Um, it was a one and done type of day for me. I'll tell you why in a second. All right, and then down we go. Okay. We took a play off of that level, and then it runs back up, and 76 was the one that we wanted the second time around. That's another cell cluster formed on order flow patterns. And down we go off that one as well. But I missed the 76 because I was talking in the trading room. Though that's okay. But as we go down into the 50, we talk about the realistic prospect of, you know what, 50 today is a big support level. If this low fails to extend and we get some buy stops, this thing could be out of here. And I set the target at 40. You guys remember that? I said if we could get to 67.40 and we get to the level where um the market closed the prior day, which was the Friday, because yesterday was Monday. So that would be a really big win for the Bulls. If we could go higher, even better. But let's not get too carried away. Well, we got carried away. The market extended quite a bit higher than the 40. We in fact went to the 68.1850. That was the prior day high, and it's a big win for Bulls. So the Bulls go in and put in a massive reversal day. We took out some of the lows here. And yesterday, I kind of had the feeling that that was going to be the low for at least the week for now, or not the week, but at least for a couple of days as we rebound. Things got carried away. That gap down was the response we should have had the Monday after the war started, not the response, 5, 6 days later, 7 days later, a week later, that there isn't really any big catalyst. Everyone just panicked. All right. So I'm like, this is strange. So we look at it and we looked at the upside. So upside we go, we hit the 68.18 half as the target through the rest of the day. All right. Then we retraced a little bit and came into that 76. Well, actually, we came, my bad. We go into the 68 half and we closed the day there. All right, that was the prior day cash close. The range for yesterday was 177.5 points. on 2.3 million volume on the CME for the mini, which is record for the year, not all time, right? Record for the year. I don't even know what the all time record is, but I'm pretty sure it was in the fours, the four M's. Everyone's trading prop firms now. I don't know. Nobody's on the exchange. We're all on paid simulator accounts, so the volume dries up a little bit off of retail at least, but then it doesn't as well because retail drives a lot of options, and then options influence the futures market too. So you're getting a bit of that feedback loop, anyways. Point I'm making here is yesterday the Bulls had a great day. They closed at high, massive reversal off the low, 2.3 M in volume. This could be the very well the low of the move. All right, this could have been the low of this period for the last 6 months, and we may very well be on the way to all-time highs if we get some kind of resolution in Iran. We get some resolution, like some peace restored. I think we got a rally in us. The relief rally isn't done yet if the war is over, but a lot of it just got priced in. So if today they said Iran's over, we're going to seize a strike, we'd probably get a 50 to 60 point run up, but it would reverse overnight more than likely because a lot of the fear of the war just got relieved via this rally. All right, so just be careful because that means if more escalation happens, there could be more downside. This is how my take on the read on the market. A lot of the fear is off now, and it's priced that the war is assumed to end soon, according to Trump. So the story overnight is a very simple one. Globex reopens. We see some downside. Overnight low set very early at 62 half on the S&P 500. Then we caught the GEX level off that support. It was just at the 75, 12 points up. We bid into the overnight high, which ends up forming at 68.33 half, which is 15 points higher than the prior day high. So you have a bullish extension overnight in the Globex range. Up we go. All right, 15 points above the prior day high, like I just said. But new highs couldn't really hold, and we had a reversal and no acceptance back down to the GX, level down into the 75. All right, range overnight 71 points, volume 556,000 contracts. That's not low at all. At all. That's not a slouch. That's significant volume. Right, the trading plan is kind of simple today. We kind of have no option but to be bullish. I don't know if I like the flip zone yet. I have to think about it a little bit. Remember, my brain is cleansing from nicotine and dopamine's down, and I'm just looking at this kind of. It took me 10 minutes this morning to look at the chart and be like, ugh. My brain didn't fire start as quickly. So I look at this chart and I don't know if the flip zone needs to be there. I thought about 75, I thought about 44. The safe one and kind of the best one is the 20. But if we start getting below the 60 and 55 area, I don't think I'm gonna sit there waiting to buy dips. I think I might convert. So it's there for the moment, 67.20, and it even says 67.35 today. But let's just put the 20 because that's what it's everywhere else. So on the support levels on the downside, that means we got 68, which already triggered, which kind of sucks because I'm doing this plan up here. The market already hit our first support level almost to the nose. That's okay. Next one down is 45, which is down here. This is level 2 of support and interest. And then we have the 25 and 20, which is level 3. I don't mind this is the flip zone. I really don't at all. Initially, I had the 45 and 35 area like here as the flip zone, but it's not that much lower to go at the 20. So let's go with it today at the 20. All right, yesterday at lows, we said the selling seemed exhausted. Too much too soon. We kind of had this idea that if we had enough strength to get the buy stops out, and I kind of showed the room how to ride through buy stops. One of our team members said I love fading. So we kind of worked through an example of how to fade together that ended up being almost textbook, which was an extension of what happened on Friday too. It was the same idea, same setup. So the faders came out, the buy stops came out. That was natural. But once the buy stops come out and get exhausted, the question is, will there be more buyers that actually want to own the market? They're not buying to get out of a short position. They're buying because they want to be long the S&P. And yesterday, for the first time in a long time, we could say yes. There were people interested in owning the S&P above and beyond the buy stop moves. Okay. The auction attracted the buy side. All right, we saw a massive rally that we had ultimate target at the 40. We went above it. So today the buyers get tested. The way yesterday was decision height for the sell side, I said they either have it or they don't, and they have to hit really hard off the open. It's got to go. Today, the buyers get decided, will we accept up in these prices? If we start trading much below the 67.20, then we're probably out for another test of the lows. And the question is, what will happen with the Iran situation? Donald Trump's going back and forth. The IRGC in Iran is kind of making statements now as well and getting aggressive. So what will be the outcome of this? We don't have that information, so all we could do is focus on the charts and the plan. And be careful, listen to the news, because one sentence today can change the whole context. So we're gonna be bullish, but we're not gonna be foolish. We're gonna we're gonna switch if we need to, and especially if we have an event, a new squawk type event, then we're gonna have to potentially abandon the plan. It's okay. We have the flip zone. We're protected above the flip zone. Now we just gotta pick good levels for us to get behind. And a lot of the times those levels come from order flow. So I want to finish this off like this. In March, I'll tell you the details shortly in the next couple days. We're having an event, another webinar. In this webinar, we are going to talk about how to find some levels on your chart that you never even knew existed. And more details are coming soon. There's some information in the description for you, but I'm going to share with you how some of these levels get formed that aren't revealed by TPO. They aren't revealed by price structure. They're levels that we pick up on the real time in the market from the auction. I'll be doing a special workshop on that. Check it out. Details in the description. Last but not least, all right. Um, let's see what we get in today's plan. Gamma levels GEX is actually minus 63 million, I think. Yeah, net GEX is minus 63 million, which means dealers extend moves today. They're selling lows and buying highs. So that should be supportive of a trend day. All right, that's all I got for you, YouTube. Love you so much. You have yourself a great day. Let's see what we get today. It's imperative for the bulls to, at the very least, hold off the sellers. They don't have to rally anymore. We got a big rally yesterday. All they have to do today is stop the sellers and protect the gains from yesterday. The job is simple, right? But let's see what happens. So we got a bull set up for the first time in a while. Let's see how they defend. And I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day, YouTube. I will see you tomorrow for another morning market update. Thank you so much. And trade pros in the room. I'm gonna take a 2 minute break, then we'll do our order flow update. Actually, 1 minute break. We'll do our order flow update here in the room and keep going. All right. So 1 second. Trade pro room. Trade pros on YouTube. Appreciate you. Have a great day.